Thanks, Liam. I'd like to introduce everybody to Visionaire, the future of biospecimen intelligence. As context for my talk, I think it's critical to highlight BioIVT and its truly unique biospecimen infrastructure. Developed over 30 years, BioIVT has an extensive global sourcing network that provides all aspects of specialized tissues, cells, and cohorts. The resulting unparalleled biospecimen inventory covers disease tissues, longitudinal liquid biopsy collections, ADME tox in vitro models, immune profiling for cell and gene therapy. We use these rich resources to partner with organizations and elevate their ability to do science and make life-saving discoveries. Hopefully, you'll come away from this webinar with some fresh ideas on how BioIVT can support your science through what we think of as biospecimen intelligence. So what's Visionaire? Well, it's a series of data products, analytic services, and AI models that have been developed over decades of clinical specimen collection. Every new specimen is characterized with molecular assays and real-world data. Over time, this digitization of biospecimens has resulted in rich data resource that both complements the underlying biospecimen and provides standalone value for drug discovery and AI models. This includes, first, extensive procurement network with over 400 IRB-approved facilities that can adapt to evolving data needs. Two, comprehensive molecular characterization for specialized precision medicine cohorts. Three, reliable data with strict quality control and regulatory compliance. Four, incredibly efficient discovery processes due to BioIVT doing a significant amount of the hard and expensive work up front so you don't have to. A priority developing Visionaire was to create resources that addressed emerging market challenges with AI. In this webinar, I will address several challenges, areas, or gaps that I believe BioIVT's Visionaire product line is particularly suited to address. Most importantly, data availability. Increasingly, organizations are looking for highly specialized cohorts to train AI models. This means specific biomarkers, first and second line treatments, and real-world data with outcomes. Moreover, it's important that these data are diverse across demographics, clinical presentation, and molecular profiles. Not surprisingly, sourcing data like this is consistently quite difficult to do at scale. It requires an extensive network with associated personnel and infrastructure. We designed Visionaire to address the data and availability and scalability pain points so you don't have to. Notably, one observation is the need to future-proof your AI data strategy due to changing requirements outside of your control. Visionaire's approach to this problem provides adaptive cohorts where we pivot when you pivot in lockstep. Take, for example, initial versions of an AI foundation model that demonstrated dangerous racial bias in predictions, or the AI model specification changes due to some unpredictable scientific market or regulatory shift. I would argue that the inability to adapt training data quickly to evolving requirements is one of the leading areas where AI tools fail in deployment. Visionaire's ability to adapt with flexible biospecimen collections is a powerful way to future-proof your AI strategy. I believe a real strength of our approach is focusing on this integration of biospecimen with deep and evolving data characterization. I'll pick up on some of the other points later on in the presentation. So why partner with BioIVT? Well, a few areas where our existing network of commercial partners see value include efficiencies in target discovery. Visionaire's data products reduce the cost and lead times in early phase studies. It does this by uncovering novel drug targets and accelerating the identification of molecules that can modulate disease pathways. Two, advanced pattern analysis for diagnostics. Visionaire's data products help identify molecular signatures by analyzing complex data patterns, thereby improving accuracy, enabling early detection, and personalizing treatment efficiently. Three, enhancements in digital pathology. Visionaire's data products support advanced image analysis. As a result, we can support digital pathology AI model development to improve diagnostic accuracy and streamline workflows, delivering results to patients more quickly. Four, more precise patient stratification. Visionaire's data products help stratify patients based on genetic and molecular profiles, aiding to the design of more precise and effective preclinical studies. So as you can see, we've had a lot of success with our existing biospecimens and our existing network of partners, and I think we would love to explore how we can improve and increase this number of collaborations. Okay, so what's in Visionaire's first product release? We're starting with oncology, followed by neurology and autoimmune and cardiometabolic disease. The neurology data set is potentially one of the most precious in our collection, with longitudinal liquid biopsy paired with CSF or cerebrospinal fluid and clinical assessments. These include protocols around Alzheimer's, MS, Parkinson's, ALS, et cetera, et cetera. It's incredibly rich and really exciting neurology data set. The initial oncology data set includes about 50,000 pan-cancer cases. Each case starts with an IRB consent and rich-world clinical and demographic data. Then whole slide images and H&E and IHC protein biomarker data are added with a standard of care pathology review. Depending on the specimen, a comprehensive omics data packet is developed, which spans mutational panels, proteomics, and transcriptomics. Needless to say, we can tailor our standard data packet to meet your needs. As previously mentioned, we license our Visionaire data products through an AI-ready cloud data platform for all your analytics needs. The subscription approach allows for dynamic updates to real-world clinical data and addition of new data points and samples to your collections, sort of a Netflix for AI and R&D. Times are changing with regards to easy access to public data for AI. Increasingly, there are strict privacy requirements, GDPR, consumer sensitivity, 23andMe, trade AI regulations, the EU AI Act, and national data sovereignty protections, the US Executive Order 14117. BioIVT has the systems in place for its data to meet regulatory standards, which involve extensive compliance checks, audits, and documentation. These data processes are not trivial and are critical for gaining approval and maintaining trust with regulatory bodies. I would argue that regulatory barriers are an increasing risk for any organization pursuing AI in the life sciences. Visionaire takes on key parts of the regulatory responsibility so your organization doesn't have to. This is rather obvious, but AI implementations rely on high quality data, and data quality requires investing in data collection, cleaning, storage, management systems to ensure the data integrity and accessibility. As mentioned, our clinical data undergoes rigorous curation and standardization to align with established clinical protocols. This process involves structured data. All the unstructured clinical notes and data is systematically organized into structured data fields. Data standards, our data is meticulously aligned to recognize clinical and scientific standards to ensure consistency and comparability. For example, HL7 Fire, ISO, and GA4GH. We undergo expert verification using board-certified pathologists and clinicians to conduct comprehensive review of each tissue block at the time of excision, and this helps confirm adherence to clinical standards. Again, this multi-step approach ensures that the highest level of data integrity and compliance with our industry best practices. You can see on the slide, by the way, that the dark blue are considered our standard data, and the items in black are considered our advanced data, but we probably have thousands of additional real-world data fields. Okay, so AI-ready data sets of specialized and deeply characterized cohorts can be rate limiting to organizations. It's not just the data, but the associated analytics, tooling, curation, visualization that are required. Visionaire supports your discovery needs with a built-in trusted research environment dry lab, including a suite of bioinformatics and AI resources. You can work on the dry lab platform or download the data as needed. So on to some use cases. Broadly, we are working on two thematic areas for Visionaire disease state data products. First, drug discovery and companion diagnostics, and second, digital pathology. In a previous collaboration, we provided deeply characterized oncology data set with clinically reviewed H&E and IHC slides. Next-gen sequencing mutational panels were added along with clinical outcomes. Our partner was able to train an AI model that could predict biomarker status of ER, PR, and HER2 and certain driver mutations from the H&E image alone. This is pretty remarkable. And I would argue that there are a huge number of digital pathology applications that we are exploring and would offer you and your organization significant value to pursue. So please reach out to us if this is of interest to you. Another area we're exploring that's beyond typical disease state is looking at new application methodologies. The goal of these approaches is as prioritized by the FDA, is to reduce animal testing. While the short term we are likely to see in vitro models, longer term it is very likely, I would say inevitable, that the use of in silico experiments will increase, and as the accuracy and trust develops in organizations. The future is going to be really exciting, and I hope that you can spend some time and think about how you could work with BioIVT. Thanks for listening, and over to you, Liam.